In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how one of my students that I mentor went from closing 0 deals to just getting his first payout on a deal, and how he made $28,000 this month from wholesaling real estate by just doing one simple transaction. I showed him the exact steps on how to find motivated sellers, how to run numbers, how to negotiate the deal, and I personally ran his Facebook ads for him for free because he signed on to my mentorship. And what did that lead to? It led to 28 G's straight to his bank account. Now, for those of you that may not know what wholesaling real estate is, it's a pretty simple business. All you're doing is you're finding distressed properties or distressed houses, you're getting them under contract at a discount, and then you're selling these contracts, so you don't even have to buy the house. You're basically flipping paper. You're selling the rights to that contract off to another fix and flip investor or cash buyer or a buy and hold investor that wants this deal from you. So the majority of the deals that we do, they're rundown houses and the seller doesn't want them anymore. So we're able to get them at a discount. We get it under contract, let's say for $150,000, then we assign the rights of that contract over to a fix and flipper for $170,000. We make $20,000, and then the fix and flipper goes in, renovates the house, puts money into it, and they sell it for $300,000. So that's a very quick, simple breakdown of what wholesaling houses is. We're finding ugly houses, selling those contracts off to fix and flippers. So you don't need any of your own money to do this. You don't need a license. You don't need education. There will be enough in this video for you guys to understand what you need to do. And in this video, it should be pretty quick. I'm going to just get straight into the value, straight into the information. I'm not going to have all this fancy editing because it's just me doing all this. And I just want to be able to provide value to you guys. I know I only have 15 subscribers, so hopefully just one of you can get enough value out of this so you can go out on your own and make checks like this or go out and make 6 figures every single year wholesaling real estate. So before this student of mine reached out to me and wanted my help wholesaling houses, he had been trying for years of trying to lock up a deal and trying to make money from wholesaling. And so he told me the strategies that he was doing, the systems that he was using, and I was able to very quickly make a fix to that. Because with my wholesaling mentorship, now I'm not selling the mentorship, but I'm just showing the results that come from it. So kind of selling it. But I was able to teach him very quickly all of the knowledge and skills and the things to do and the things of what not to do that I've learned in 5 years. I was able to teach him that very quickly within just a few Zoom calls with him. Now, he lives in Texas. I'm here in Utah. We just hopped on Zoom calls every single week. And I was able to teach him the exact systems and strategies that he needed to use in order to make multiple 6 figures every single year wholesaling real estate. And so what I did is I just taught him exactly what I'm currently doing in my business right now that has made me millions of dollars. And he just copy and pasted that right into his business. And he was able to just close his first deal for $28,000. Now, he didn't come from money. He didn't have a lot of knowledge with real estate. Yes, he was doing it before, but he had never closed a deal. He didn't have a deal closed. He didn't come from money. He didn't have a license for this or anything like that. But what he did have was a hunger to close his first deal and then to go on and close many more. And I was able to take that hunger that he had and turn it into money. So for any of you that's watching out there, I can do the same for you. And you don't even need a mentor. It just does help speed up the process and a lot of other things. But I got started just watching a YouTube video just like this, and I've been able to make millions of dollars ever since. So the beauty about wholesaling real estate is like I said before, you don't need any of your own money. You don't need a lot of capital. You don't need to actually buy these houses or renovate them. You don't need a license. You don't need education, anything like that. All you have to do is have enough knowledge and information of how to go out and do it, and then you just have to do it. That's where 99% of people fail. That's why 99% of people do not make money in this business, is because they just give up on it right before they're about to close a deal. I went over a year when I first got started without closing a deal because I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have direction. I could have sped that process up a lot quicker like I do for my students if I would have got a mentor, got more education out of it. But I was a jackass and I didn't do that. So it did take me a while to get my first deal, but I stayed consistent with it. And I did get my first deal. And that first deal led to $64,000 when I was 22 years old, and it's changed my life forever. So that's what's so cool about wholesaling, is you don't need to go and start at this huge business and get all this funding. You just need to learn the strategy of finding off-market discounted properties and then finding cash buyers that want those houses. So when it comes down to real estate, it's a very simple process. There's only 3 parts to it. It's the lead generation of how you're going to go out and find these houses. The second part of it is acquiring the deal, so getting it under contract, negotiating, and what goes into that. And then dispositions. That's you finding a cash buyer for this deal. So there's lead generation, there's acquisitions, and there's dispositions. That's it. If you can master those 3 skills, you will never have to worry about money again for the rest of your life if you just stay consistent with it. So in this video, what I mainly want to touch on is the lead generation, because that's the name of the game for any business. If you don't have leads, you are not making money. So when it comes to lead generation with wholesaling real estate, there's many ways to go out and find leads, but there's mainly 2 different ways. There's paid or there's free ways to go out and do it. So you're either trading off your time by doing the free ways and going out and finding motivated sellers, or you're paying some money for, which is probably marketing, so that you have warm motivated seller leads reaching out to you. If you're doing it the cold outreach way and doing it the free way because you don't have a lot of money to invest into marketing or into a mentor, there's so many videos out there how to do that. It's just finding lists like pre-foreclosures, absentee owners, calling them up, texting them, door knocking, driving for dollars. You can go out and get a deal. I've made millions just doing it the free way. But in this video, I'm going to talk more about the paid ways to do it. So there's Google ads that we've done before, there's Facebook ads, mailers, and many other things. But those are the 3 main ones that I have used. They all have their pros and cons. Mailers and Google ads, they get a little bit pricey and it takes a little bit more time. Facebook ads is awesome because it's like the cheapest way to get motivated seller leads reaching out to you every single day, multiple leads a day. So when this guy came to me, he's like, hey, I've been trying this for a long time. I got a little bit of money saved up. I want to get a deal as soon as possible. I'm like, I got you, bro. This is exactly how we're going to do it. I'm going to teach you these few things. And then I'm going to just run your Facebook ads for you, because that's something that's so great about with my mentorship. You pay for the mentorship. My team and I, we run your ads free of charge. You just have to pay for your ad spend. And so he signed on, taught him the things. We started running his Facebook ads for him. And within that same day, he had multiple motivated sellers reaching out to him every single day. And I think he just started off with a $1,500 a month ad budget. So nothing crazy, not spending crazy money in marketing, just about $1,500 a month, because I'm just going to attach it right here. We were able to get him around a $50 cost per lead. Now that's just because he was targeting in a very small location, because he lives in Texas, so he lives in a good state for acquiring leads and doing deals. And we just pinpointed it down to around the area where he lived. So majority of these houses he was able to go meet the seller in person, give the offers in person, and that is one of the things that did help him lock up this deal. But if you don't live in a very good market, you can do this from anywhere in the world. Sorry, that was probably a loud noise there. But you can do this from anywhere in the world. You can do it virtually. So I do a lot of where I live, just here in Utah and Idaho and Texas is where I mainly focus. But the 50% of the other deals that come in, they're from all across the country. And so we're working on one right now in Arkansas, and so and Florida. You can do them from anywhere in the world. I closed a deal once while I was on the beach in the Dominican Republic. Now, how badass is that? What other business can you do that with? So that's another beautiful thing about wholesaling, is you can just do it from anywhere. You can just target these ads in whatever location that you want. And it's as simple as that. We just turned on his ads. He had motivated seller leads reaching out to him. And then he just got on the phones and started talking with these people like a normal human being. Now, there's so many ways to go about talking with a motivated seller. There's so many scripts out there and the 4 pillars and all these things that you have to follow. But honestly, what I've done that's made me a lot of money, and what I teach the students that I mentor, is to just find the problems that this seller is going through and provide solutions for it. That's it. We're just solving problems. If you want to make money in any business, you just got to solve problems. That's what's so badass about wholesaling, is the problem that we're solving is one of the biggest assets that they have. It's like the biggest sell that you can get. You don't have to go out there and sell a $10 Amazon or drop shipping product. Excuse me. And you don't have to go out there and sell like pest control or door knock or do some shit like that and just make a couple $100. You get a wholesale houses from just your house, and make 10, 20, 30, 50, $100,000 on a transaction. My biggest wholesale deal was $95K. My biggest flip was $147,000 just in one deal. It's another thing that's dope about it. Yeah, sorry, my ADHD kind of goes everywhere with this. Hope you guys are following along. But at the end of the day, he signed on to the mentorship. I taught him how to do it, ran his Facebook ads for him. He had motivated seller leads reaching out to him. And the call was pretty simple for him. When the seller, they submit their information, it goes right into your own CRM. He gave them a call and just like, hey, why did you fill out your information? Why are you looking to sell the house? And the property was inherited. So the homeowners passed away. It got passed down to the kids, and they didn't want to deal with the house anymore. It was a pretty crazy deal because there was like 15 people that had to sign on this, but he was able to still get it done. But then he just solved their problem. They had a house that they didn't want, that they wanted to sell quick for cash and needed repairs done to it. And he was able to provide all the solutions for them and get it at a price that was at a discount. And then once he got that property under contract, he just reached out to cash buyers on Facebook groups. He went to local real estate meetups, and he was able to find a fix and flipper that wanted this property. And all he did was he had to mark up a little bit from what he got it under contract for. He marked it up $28,000. Actually, it was like $34,000. He had to pay some legal fees by doing the whole probate process because it was an inherited property. But still, and that didn't have to come out of his pocket. That just came out at closing. So we marked it up like $34,000 and was able to walk away with $28,000 at closing. And so that's why wholesaling is so freaking awesome, because in 1 month, he just made $28,000. And so if you are someone that's out there that wants to make money like this, that wants to make 28K in 1 month, wants to make six figures every single year, click the link that I'm going to drop below, and let's hop on a phone call and let's see if we'd be a good fit for me to one-on-one mentor you. Now, this isn't like any other thing where you just buy a course. Like, it's legit one-on-one mentoring. We have a weekly call, just me and you every single week. You have 27 access to my phone to reach out to me with any freaking question that you have. You get all the contracts, the scripts. You get a good brotherhood of the people that are also in the one-on-one mentoring. A bunch of dogs that are just chasing after the same thing, which is a lot of money, a lot of freedom, and to do whatever the hell you want whenever you want. And I know this is kind of just a brief overview of wholesaling real estate. I'm sure you probably know a lot of other ways to go out and do it. But that's the thing, is like, you have enough information, you're just too scared to go out and take the action. Like, that imperfect action is what is going to give you results. That's what's going to make you money. You don't need to know everything about it. But like, if you want someone to hold your hand and guide you along the whole process and to also run your ads for you, fill out the application. Now, I don't have some crazy fancy sales funnel, and if you fill out your information, you're going to get hit up with texts and calls and emails 1,300 times every single day. No, it's just simple. It's just me. I just run this. So if you fill out your information, I'm going to reach out to you directly from my freaking personal phone. I don't have all these automations set up. It's a very simple application. Fill out your information. Let's hop on a call. We'll go into more detail. Let's see if we'd be a good fit to get you making some money like this and closing checks like this every single month. And now, if you already are actively wholesaling real estate, then just fill out the application as well, but just say that you're reaching out because you want me to run your ads for you. If you already have enough information and knowledge of how to wholesale real estate and you just need help with the lead generation side of things, just fill out the application. I'd be happy to hop on a call and see if I would be a good fit to help take your business to the next level. Now, if you found value out of this video, please like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be making more YouTube videos, even if just one person sees this, that will be able to help them go out and change their life wholesaling real estate. Then I did my job. Thank you guys. I'll see you on the next one.